Good morning and welcome to week 6. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving and are ready to get back to work. We are very close to the end of the semester, so we do have some important items to complete. Now, we are looking at how one acquires language and how in the normal hearing and developing child, the speech system does not exist apart from language. And it is understood that the child is acquiring the sound system and learning its underlying rules at the same time he is acquiring the language. However, it's important to remember that we are not using speech as a synonym for language. In fact, speech does exist apart from language. For instance, when an animal, a bird, talks, language can surely exist apart from speech as it does when a deaf person communicates through sign language. So language does not always need to be verbal. So this week we're looking at the general development of a child's phonological system. We're going to be looking at a short video as well as completing the required assignments. So we do have a checklist for this week. Let's take a look at it. And that is to read and learn about becoming bilingual, to continue reading in that area. To do the discussion board, watch the short video, and know that our assignment is due next week. So let's click on the activities and assignment area. And we do have some reading and resources. So, typical and speech language development. This takes us back to a website from the American Speech and Language Hearing Association, which we've seen before, and we have some links that you can click on, the difference between speech and language, and several other links as well. Learning more than one language, what to do if language is late blooming, what we can expect kindergarten to 5th grade. It's nice to have those benchmarks so that we know where children should be. We also have a PowerPoint on phonological development, and it's in this PDF file, but it still is a PowerPoint, and you can scroll through that and get that information in a nice summarized fashion. So that takes care of those two. And finally, you have a short video to watch on speech, language, and hearing milestones. So after you've completed that, let's go back to activities and assignments. You also have your discussion board for week 6. And on week 6, discussion board is a link as well to the Sounds of Speech podcast. And this is in Reading Rockets. That's different from the short video that I have on the resource page. So you're going to view this podcast using this link, and you're going to explore the related articles to the podcast. And when I click on that, it should take us there. And it does. Watch and learn. And you have some related topics and information that may help as well. Additionally, we have an oral language checklist, and this will be very useful to you as you complete your SEA assignment. Make sure this is a checklist for you. Did you transcribe? Do you have 100 utterances? Can we tell who is speaking? Did you color code or use some system so I know who's who? Did you give 3 or more examples of content, form, and use? Did you determine the MLU accurately? Do you provide narrative support for your and justification? Do you say whether the delay, there's a delay in language or whether it's normal or advanced? Did you analyze the grammatical morphemes? Did you look at the content form and use tables that should be embedded in the report? Did you complete those? Did you analyze the content stage of development, the form of development, and the use? Does your narrative include an analysis of Brown's stages of development? Did you identify the receptive and/or expressive strengths and weaknesses? Did you provide 4 reasons why this behavior is typical or atypical, and 4 to 5 strategies that can be used to enhance this child's development, as well as a bibliography page? If you've completed all that, you've done everything that you need to do in turning in your assignment. There's also a link to the end of the course idea survey, so it's wonderful if you would take the time to do that as well. And finally, and very importantly, do you need to submit to TaskStream? And the answer is yes, if you are an eFolio student. I cannot give you a grade if you are an eFolio student and you've not submitted your assignment to TaskStream as well. You can see right in Blackboard here, you have a link that takes you to the eFolio. Click there, eFolio login. I went right by it very quickly, but there is a guide here for students. You have all kinds of information on TaskStream, and you can see that I will log into mine. I will look for items that need to be evaluated. I'll be checking to make sure that if you are an eFolio student, that you have completed this. If you are not sure that this is something that you need to do, please let me know via email or phone me, and we can figure out whether or not this is required for you. That's it for this week. I hope this clarifies things for you and that you're making good progress. We had a chat scheduled for tomorrow, but I think it is not necessary. I will be available, however, to answer your questions. So email me. If you need me to be online, I will, or we can chat by phone. Thank you, and have a great, wonderful, productive week.